Hello everyone, my name is Neo, and today we're going to make stone flooring kind of things, again cartoonish, because this is going to be in the cartoon series. Again, we're going to go to our UV editor, create a new file, and I'm going to call it brick floor. This is so I don't have to give in the name once we're done with this. I'm going to go to my paint, press T to open this tab, go to texture, open my strain completely, put this radius a little bit higher, and I'm going to look for a nice color that I want to use as base color, like that. So yeah, we're just going to make some bricks. I'm going to make them fairly big. And as you can see, straight lines isn't my best thing to make. So this is one brick. Whoops, that's too high. This is going to be one brick. You can also do it with squares if you want, but I like to have some different stuff inside my models. Like this. I need to make sure that I get the entire object. Oh wait, I'm at full strength, so now it doesn't matter. Like so. I'm going to make one square over here as well. La 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 la. Then over here I am going to make a little bit of different kind of bricks, and I need to look downstairs at this in a second, like so. Again, since it's cartoonish, you don't need to make it perfect. Na 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 na. And I hope this will give a nice result. I tried this once and yeah, it wasn't really what I expected it to be, so now I'm doing it a little bit different, and I hope it works out fine this time. I'm just going to make two small bricks over here, like so. This one pops up over there, which is no problem. And then over here again, I'm going to make a smaller brick. Over here I'm going to make, I'm going to make a really long brick. You don't have to do this the same, of course. This is just me trying out some stuff. Okay. And hopefully it works. If you guys see this, it did work, so I'm happy. Over here, let's see. Since I've got a little space over here and there's a lot of small bricks there, I might as well just make a tiny brick like this, followed by a nice big brick like this. So our space becomes smaller, and then over here again a square one. Doesn't look like much at the moment, I know. I'm going to do one other really big brick over here. And now I just have this gap to fill in. So one smaller brick, and this one is going to be a long one. Okay, so we did that. Now again we're going to go for some color variations. That's probably a little bit too soft. So yeah, again give in some colors, some different glows or whatever you want to call it. Also, since you guys can hear my mouse, that means that I'm doing this on my computer and not on tablet. Don't ask me why, but I don't use my tablet that much lately. So a little bit of green. I'm also going to add in some blue because to me, and I have a color problem, to me green stones are kinda blue. I don't know if that's for everyone, but for me stones are kinda blue. Also, since these are stones that people walk on, they're on the ground, so they have a little bit of dirt on them as well. You can add some brown to it, might as well just do that. A little bit of brown. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, your background is black, so you don't really see it on it. And my blue, because I do like to have some blue in there. It's like highlighting, or I have no idea what I'm saying. But yeah, it's really hard to focus on what you're doing and at the same time focus on what you're saying. So that means I can do this, and I did some time lapses where I did this. They'll be uploaded really soon as well. Excuse me. So some green, and then I should be finished with this. These are going to be bright tiles. You could also make dark tiles. But yeah, a lot of color variation because it's a cartoon image. Did I get them all? Except this one. So yeah, this is what we've got now, and we're going to make it more detailed pretty soon. First we need to go to smear. I think this should be good enough, and just make sure it's nice and smeared out. So you do see the colors, but you don't really see that they are pasted on top of each other. It also doesn't matter if you do the edges, because again, with the edges we are going to do the shading, so it's not really necessary to do some different stuff there. So yeah, as you can see, the top bricks, they're turning out pretty nice. These ones. And I might as well talk about the next tutorial. I'm going to do it right after this one. You guys will maybe see it today as well. Maybe you'll see it tomorrow. But the next one, I'm going to do a little time lapse where I make a house. A cartoonish house. And then we're going to use the textures that we made to paste on top of that. And of course we're going to make UV maps so we can put it into Unity. If you guys want, I can also do a tutorial on how to make the house, but that's something you guys have to request then, probably. Okay, so this is what we've got now. Now let's go into shading. Texture, I'm going to go a little bit darker. Since it's walkable bricks, 40. Since it's walkable bricks, I'm going to go for a greenish type of shadow. Because this green, it gives the effect that it's actually really being walked on. I'm going to open the radius a little bit. Also, I'm going to do it from one side only, so that the sun comes from one direction and hits the bricks on the other direction. I'll have to do that one, and this one at another brick. Okay. That one as well. And it doesn't matter that you get these really dark spots, because we'll fix that. Maybe a little dot over there. Whoops, that was wrong. Still wrong, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, we've got a little bit of detail to our walking bricks. Now we're going to go for a lighter color to get the light side of the bricks, and that's probably not a good color, so I'm going to go lighter, lower the radius. Yeah, this is a little bit better. But yeah, like I said, these are stones that people step on, they walk on them. So if you walk in dirt and grass, your tiles do get a little bit of the color pigmentation, whatever it's called, on top of them. So that's why I'm using green, because you walk in grass, so green. And I forgot to do this brick, but that's no problem, I can always do that later. So I'll be doing that brick in a second. And it also doesn't matter that you're not really hitting the entire brick, because we'll be doing something special with the insides in a second. Like there. And we're almost through. Okay, so as you can see, our bricks, they're starting to get form. Now we're going to smear out the colors a little bit so they fit in nice and cozy. Okay. I should have used a lighter brush to do this, but that's a detail. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to do this one, that's right. Texture. Nope. Control Z. F. No, not F. S. Thank you. I need to do this side. And I took the wrong color, I think. You just don't see it then. Let's take this color. Yeah, this is more visible. Okay. So now we did all the bricks. And now it's smearing out. You can also use the soften tool, but I like to smear. It gives me a little bit more control, at least in my head. So just smear it out a little bit. And I'm going to sneeze any second now. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to smear this color a little bit more there. And we're almost through. Okay, we're through. So these are our little tiles. Of course you do need to add in a little bit more detail, and I didn't do this brick, I think. That's better. As you can see, it starts to look like a stone wall again, or floor tiling. Now we're going to make sure that it's completely floor tiling. So before we go into more details, I'm going to go to texture. I'm going to lower my radius. I'm going to take green colors and nope, the strength is too high. I'm just going to go like this, so you get with a low strength. If you go multiple times over the same thing, it gives you this nice little effect. So I'm going to do that to give it some variation, and I'm going to do that in all the holes that I can fill. Like so. You could also go between the bricks, but I don't do that. This is just detailing to make sure to make people believe that this is meant for floors. Else you could have used it for walls. You could actually you could use this for walls as well, but that's a detail. Okay, so a little bit more over here. A little bit over here, and I don't know what's on the other side. So that's something that I need to look at right now. A little bit over here. I'm going to try to fill in as much blackness as I can see. And I'm going to do that with dirt as well. And we're almost through. You could have as well just made your background brownish. I just didn't do that. But yeah, as you can see, it starts to look a little bit like these are tiles that are on the floor. This is moss growing inside of them. And we'll be making some details with the moss as well in a second. You could as well just go and make some mossy spots on there, which will be blurring out in a second. So that's also why I did the green at the start. So let me smear that out for a second. So yeah, these are our tiles. I'm going to go to do the brownish parts. Going to up the strength a little bit, lower my radius again. And I'm going to go through all the holes. Not on the bricks. It doesn't matter if you do a little bit on the bricks, because dirt does get on top of the bricks, so... And this, again, this is detailing that we're doing now. And making sure that our bricks are distinct from each other. And it's starting to look pretty nice. Yeah, I am a little bit sick. Maybe that's why I'm not feeling so happy lately. Or maybe it's just all the bullshit that is happening. Because a friend of mine, they stole... she has a PayPal account. And yesterday they stole about 50 euros from her. Using her PayPal account. She got hacked. It's her own fault, I know. I told her. But still, it does happen. Stupid fishers, or whatever it's called. Fishers. Okay, so we've got our stones. Now I'm going to go to the text. Why did I change it? I'm going to up my radius and lower the strength. And now I'm going to go for a really dark color, and I'm just going to make some detailing in my bricks, so not all the bricks look exactly the same. Maybe some purplish. Like so. A little bit of blue as well. But yeah, this way you give a little bit of variation in your bricks. A little bit of dark green. And this brick isn't nice. I want to change this one to a darker color. So yeah, as you can see, you've got some variation. You don't have to do the green thing because that's stupid, now that I see it. But yeah, these are basically your floor bricks. Now let's get them on the object. Material, yeah, I'm going to look for the material, not stones. And I do need to save this, that's something that I keep forgetting. Save as image, desktop, floor bricks. It's easier to delete these afterwards. And open floor bricks, where the hell is it? Floor bricks. And as you can see, this looks pretty nice on the object. If I make it a plane, because in this case it should be a plane, X, vertices, and here we have it, our little stone plane. Let me turn off the normal stuff. But yeah, even with the normals, this looks pretty nice. At least I think it does. It gives a little bit of detail to some specific spots, especially here, as you can see. It looks like some parts are deeper inside than others are, and without that it looks like this, which is actually still pretty good. I'm going to up this, and there we go, a nice floor that you can use in games in Blender. What am I saying? In Unity you can actually use this as a paintbrush. So if you get a terrain and you make everything grass, then you can use this to paint a road through through the entire thing. Of course, I believe if you, at least this is my opinion, if you want to use a floor, yeah, a floor that's like this, it's best that you just take squares, because if you start getting corners, your image is going to start looking like this or like this, and that's not that good. If it's rotated 90 degrees, that's still pretty good. But in this case, because it's the way I set up my tiles, as you can see, it gives a road right here. In this case, it's best that I just use 90%, that I just use it vertically. It looks like the road has to turn vertical. I could also just cut this rock or this rock, and that would give a little bit of a different effect. But yeah, this is our floor that we just made. I hope you guys learned something, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye everyone.